Hi everyone! This is my first time on live, so I hope I'm doing it right. Hi Floral Swimwear, welcome. Hi Sarah. Hi Henna by Aisha. If I'm mispronouncing someone's name, please let me know. I don't know what happened. Hi Ehsana. How are you? Hello, Floral Swimwear, Sarah, Henna by Aisha, and my Sana. Sana's the lovely, beautiful lady that does my eyebrows. And I try to fix my eyebrows, but I don't know how. Sana. I'm good. How are you? I'm just giving people a few seconds here to. Walaikum salam, Aisha. Walaikum salam. Okay, so you guys ask me whatever you want, and then in the meantime, there's some questions that came in, and I'm gonna answer them. But feel free to tell me, interrupt me. Let me know if I'm going too slow, too fast, etc., etc. Okay. So I'm going to start with the questions that I have. So one of the questions was by Girl Wonder 55. She said, basically her question, she said, do you sponsor or your own money to have travel? So that's a good question. Honestly, I don't really what they say pitch. You can pitch to hotels and a lot of the travel bloggers. I don't consider myself a travel blogger, to be honest. I'm just, malak. And I'm a social worker by day, if you guys don't know. And then I do a lot of, solo travel on the side. And I share my journey, tips, things of that nature. I have gotten discounts, for some hotels, activities, things of that nature, but I don't really pitch. And honestly, I don't have time to collaborate because I work full time. And I'm the type of person, I like to do my own thing. So a lot of times if you're collaborating with companies, some have reached out to me, and to be honest, I don't like to restrict myself, I kind of like to do my own thing, if that makes sense. So a lot of it's out of my own money. I'm a social worker. I'm a case manager for an insurance company. And I try to find good deals. I use Expedia a lot. I love Expedia because you can book the hotel, flights, and car, even activities. I don't know if you guys knew this, but on Expedia, you can book activities as well. I also use Google Flights to track prices because you can kind of see in advance the prices for literally all year long or whatever date you want. Hi Sapri, thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Hi Raza, Graham. Hi everyone. So Google Flights is a good way to see the prices of flights, for instance, whatever date you want, and it kind of gives you an idea which prices are cheaper, which days cheaper. I used to book a year before. That was extra. So now I just book a few months before. Hi Nargis, is it Nargis? Hi Safia. Hi everyone. And then there's also Skyscanner app and Hopper app. To be honest, I don't use those apps. But those are other apps that you can use. I just mainly use Google Flights and Expedia, and I try to book 3 to 6 months before. And they say that usually it's best to book Wednesday and Thursdays in the evening. Always clear your history too, your cache. I'm mispronouncing it probably. You guys know what I mean. Always clear your history. And they say it's best to book Wednesday and Thursday on the evening. Also, they say it's best to leave usually Wednesday and Thursday. For me, for instance, because I work full time, I try to leave on Thursdays so that way I can take advantage of Saturday, Sunday. Hi Lena, welcome. Hello. We're just basically was asked the question if I, how do I travel. Most of it's for my own money because I don't, and I'm gonna save this live, by the way, so you guys have 24 hours to watch it. If it saves, hopefully. So most of it's for my own money, but I do get discounts. I don't accept a lot of collaborations, to be honest. Like I said, I like to do my own thing. I don't have time to, as well, like, take off more days than I like. I work full time, so I only get like, I think 18 PTO days a year. But I have my weekends off, so I try to leave on Thursday, and I take advantage of that. Hi, Ursa. So yeah, so just to recap, Expedia and Google Flights is basically what I use a lot to see prices. I also don't really book a lot of guided tours. I do my own thing. You know, I use TripAdvisor a lot. I love that app. For TripAdvisor, you can kind of like see reviews for like hotels, things to do. I even found like a female driver for Thailand from TripAdvisor. I just basically put a question, like if you have a question, you can ask like, hey, you know, I basically said who is willing, like a female is willing to, you know, drive me around in Thailand. Wa alaikum salam, Yusra. Hi, Sisters Retreat. How are you? Sisters Retreat, by the way, does retreat in Panama, if you guys don't know, right? I believe so. She does an all-girls retreat. There's a few travel groups as well. There's the girls trip. There's Intrepid. There's Gate One. Like, there's a lot of, message me if you guys have questions. Cause there's a lot of like different groups, but obviously try to support, you know, our peeps too first. I went, on one all girls trip, like in 2017 when I first went to Indonesia. I try not to take group trips, to be honest. Like I said, I like to do my own thing. I'm a little bit of a rebel. That's why I don't like to collaborate as much. Plus I don't have time right now. But, I went with Zarina. Her name is Zarina. I don't know if like she has an Instagram. I think she does actually. It's called Alive in Your Soul. And it's similar to the Sisters Retreat. There's a few other Muslim companies that do, travel groups. So if for instance, if you don't feel comfortable traveling solo, which honestly in the beginning, I didn't feel comfortable. Like I never thought I would be traveling solo. Okay, let's just say that. How it started is, was it like 2000? I mean, I've been to Lebanon alone, but Lebanon doesn't count, you know, because my parents are from Lebanon. Welcome, Sajiva, Lena. How much money you need to travel? Well, it depends. It depends. Like, honestly, because when you solo travel, it usually costs more because like for the hotel, for instance, if I was traveling with someone, I could split that, you know, or certain like taxis, transportation, I can split that. So usually solo. I love Indonesia. Hi, Yusra. I've been there twice. The first time I went to Jakarta, Lombok, Jogja, and like another island. I can't really remember. And then, we didn't have a chance to go to Bali with that group. So I went by myself the second time to Bali and Thailand. I love Indonesia. Is actually one of my favorite countries, and Vietnam. Oh, also before I forget, I think you guys seen the stories before. I have like a highlight here. My favorite places around the world, some travel tips. So I don't want to like repeat those. So that way you guys can take advantage of my time and ask me the right questions. And then, favorite places in Charleston, South Carolina. Just so you guys know, there are 3 highlights saved in Muslim Girls Travel. If you can't find them, reach out to me. My, Instagram is Malak Uza, MALAKOUZA. Here, I'll comment it. Someone is requesting to be live with me. Sapri, I don't know who you are, and like, I'm scared if you're gonna like, if I request you, like, what are you gonna do, dude? I don't know who you are. I'm sorry, I can't, I don't know who you are. Okay. Hi, Khalil. That's my Instagram, I just commented it. I don't know how to pin. Do you guys know how to pin comments? Oh, here it is. Wait, let me say, ask me. This is my first time doing live, by the way. How am I doing? Like, I'm so awkward, I feel like, sometimes. Ask me anything you want. Am I awkward, you guys? Because this is my first time doing live, and I really don't know. Okay, here we go. Post. Pin comment. Okay. Oh, I love you, Asana. You're awesome. You guys, I love Asana. She's like one of the best people here. So I moved here, by the way, alone to South Carolina a year ago, just because it was like on my bucket list to be by the water and live on an island. And Asana's been like, she's amazing. I love her. Okay, what else? Let's see. I know I'm kind of going all over the place, but I'm trying to answer the questions. What was I saying? Sabri, I read Arabic, but not too much. Let's see. MashaAllah, تكلمتي عربي من مصر أستاذة. Did I say it right? Okay. I don't know, you guys. Honestly, I forgot literally. Oh, look what I have. By the way, I'm moving, so I'm selling a lot of things, but this, she's going places. I got that from, I think it was Hobby Lobby or the place like Hobby Lobby. But if you guys really want it, message me, I'll figure it out. So, okay, what was I saying? I literally forgot. I think we were talking about deals. So Expedia, Google Flights, you can find like different travel groups. I travel solo a lot because, like I said, I like to do my own thing. I don't like going out at night, so I try to do most of my activities during the day. Oh, and TripAdvisor, that's what I was saying. Go on TripAdvisor, you can ask questions. Also, there's a lot of Facebook groups. There's Muslim travel groups. There's Girls Love Travel, Girls Who Travel, Women Love Travel. Just search those on Facebook and you can literally ask whatever you want and they'll help you, you know? Like a lot of times I get, when I first started traveling, I used them a lot. Like I would ask like, what do you guys recommend for this country, you know, or who knows like a female driver, like, you know, things of that nature. When I went to Bali, someone recommended a driver from like one of the travel groups I'm in, you know. And if you guys want those travel groups, you can't find them, just message me on Malak Uza and, you know, I'll help you. I'll do my best. What else do I use? I Google a lot, you know, like just, you know, try to like research. I know exactly what I'm doing ahead of time because I don't want to waste time because like I work full time, you know. So I only have a certain number of days to travel. I think last year in 3 weeks, I went to like 8 countries, I think. So I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm like an organized, you know, detailed person. So I write everything in notes, like day 1, this is what I'm doing. Day 2, day 3. I leave some room for like flexibility, you know, and just to like meet with locals. I like to chat with other people and like make friends. And I have made friends like all over, which is like, I love that. But yeah. Okay, someone asked me, what do you think is the hardest, best thing about traveling alone as a Muslim woman? So honestly, I love solo travel because like I said, I like to do my own thing. Also, I feel like empowered. I feel like I said, I never thought, you guys, I would travel solo, never. How it happened, honestly, is, you know, I got a divorce like 3 years ago and we were supposed to go to Greece for an anniversary trip. And obviously it wasn't an anniversary trip anymore, but I didn't want to. Hi, Nadia. Hi, Aya. Of course, Sadiva. I hope I'm helping. Thank you, sisters. When I say awkward, I'm like quirky, you know, I'm just like myself. So, which I like being myself. Like, you guys always be yourself. Like, who cares what anyone thinks, to be honest? Who cares? Be yourself, be kind. That's all that matters. But yeah, okay. So what I was saying is I got a divorce and it was supposed to be, you know, we were supposed to go to Greece 3 years ago and obviously that didn't happen. So I wasn't going to let my money go to waste and I went alone. You know, I was scared at first and, you know, a lot of the activities were couples. And for instance, I went on the Sunset cruise and it was 3 other couples. It was just me alone. Honestly, it was the best trip ever, I swear. You know, it was really, really nice. It really was, honestly. And that's how my solo travel started. And ever since then, I loved it because I feel like now I can do like anything I want. You know, I feel like strong. I feel like no matter what, I mean, I've always felt strong. Don't get me wrong. But I just feel like still like it's something like I never thought I would do, and here I am doing it, you know? Because let me tell you something. If you're gonna wait for family, if you're gonna wait for friends, it may never happen. So just go do whatever you wanna do in life. Literally, go do it. That's it. Like, there's no excuses. Don't wait. Don't sit on people. Life is short. We never know when, you know, life is short. So go do whatever you guys wanna do, you know? That's the thing with me is I love to, like empower, not me empowering others, because everyone, you empower yourself, by the way. I just love to give, like, help give tools, resources, support, motivate others. You know, I also share like mindset, manifestation techniques, you know, help, like healing, things like that on my Instagram. But yeah, life is short, honestly. And as a Muslim woman, I love it. Someone asked if someone stares at me, if people stare. So let me tell you guys something. When I first traveled, I forgot which country it was. I went with my mom and my sister the first time. This was like 10 years ago, maybe. I can't remember. I usually honestly don't look at people. You know what I mean? So I don't really know if people are staring. But that one incident, I remember this person, we were swimming with dolphins. Oh my God. You guys have to swim with dolphins, by the way. Like, literally the best experience ever. Oh my goodness. They're so cute. I love dolphins. Like, their face, they have like little dimples. Oh my goodness. Okay. But there was people staring. And honestly, I just posed. I posed for them, you know, and, you know, I just made it funny. I'm like, you want to take a picture? You can, here, you know, and I posed. I did it as a joke. But now, thank you so much, Sajira. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Asana. Yes, it teaches you so much about yourself. Like, I've learned so much, to be honest, and I feel like I can do like I said, I feel like now I can just literally do it, whatever. I mean, I've always felt that way. But now, like, it's like we obviously always grow in life, right? So now I feel it like to a higher degree, you know? So honestly, about the staring, yeah, that first time I post for them. And after that, honestly, I don't really look at others, you know? I'm just doing my own thing. And people, you guys, people are nice. You know, I've traveled a lot. I mean, I live in USA, so like, you know, if anything, I get kind of sometimes, I mean, like I said, I don't really stare at people to know if people are staring at me, but you know how sometimes you can feel it, you know? And honestly, I think what it is don't try to think negative about people. Try to think negative about people, you know? Like, people, we're different. We are, you know, it's a little different. Some people don't know, like, what this is, you know? So they're just looking. Just like, imagine us, you know, you see something different. You're probably, I mean, it's rude to stare, so don't stare, by the way, but like, you may look, you know, unintentionally or whatever. That's probably what they're doing, you know? So try to like see the positive in people. Try to think positive. Like, literally the best experience ever. Oh my goodness. They're so cute. I love dolphins. Like, their face, they have like little dimples. Oh my goodness. Okay. But there was people staring, and honestly, I just posed. I posed for them, you know, and, you know, I just made it funny. I'm like, you want to take a picture? You can, here, you know, and I posed. I did it as a joke. But now, thank you so much, Sajira. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Asana. Yes, it teaches you so much about yourself. Like, I've learned so much, to be honest, and I feel like I can do like I said, I feel like now I can just literally do it, whatever. I mean, I've always felt that way, but now, like, it's like we obviously always grow in life, right? So now I feel it like to a higher degree, you know? So honestly, about the staring, yeah, that first time I post for them. And after that, honestly, I don't really look at others, you know? I'm just doing my own thing. And people, you guys, people are nice. You know, I've traveled a lot. I mean, I live in USA, so like, you know, if anything, I get kind of sometimes, I mean, like I said, I don't really stare at people to know if people are staring at me, but you know how sometimes you can feel it, you know? And honestly, I think what it is don't try to think negative about people, you know? Like, people, we're different. We are, you know, it's a little different. Some people don't know, like, what this is, you know? So they're just looking. Just like, imagine us, you know, you see something different. You're probably, I mean, it's rude to stare, so don't stare, by the way. But like, you may look, you know, unintentionally or whatever. That's probably what they're doing, you know? So try to like see the positive in people. Try to think positive, and just expect the best, honestly. You know, like, when I travel, I know, like, I love traveling, by the way. I love traveling. It's the best thing ever. I feel so like happy. I love like just seeing the world and meeting other people, and you know, like there's some people that go to the same country every single year. Okay, cool. That's fine if that's what you want to do. But like the world is so big. Go experience it. Go see God's beauty. You know? Like life is short. Seriously, the world is so beautiful. Like you learn so much, and you learn to be more open-minded, more kind, more loving. You learn so much. You grow as a person, you know. You inspire others. Like you just honestly, okay, you guys, I work full time and I'm just myself. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, I swear. I just saying this to help you guys. I have 6 testimonial highlights on my Instagram in the past, I don't know, 2 years maybe. And each highlight has 100 pictures. So that's 600 testimonials I have. Just me being me. So, you know, like I said, this is going to be saved. So if you guys missed the beginning, go watch it, because I gave some lot of tips on how to save money and things of that nature. Let me just scroll up because someone else asked a question. What do you think? So the hardest, best thing about traveling. So the hardest thing, honestly, is sometimes like I wish like I feel like a little guilt sometimes. Like I wish, because you know, like I said, you have to pay like as if you're paying for 2 people. So I shouldn't feel guilty. So don't feel guilty, guys. But sometimes, because I'm such a giving person, I wish like my family was with me. You know, that's it. But they can't always make it. So I ask, I offer, you know. So that's it. Sometimes I feel like guilty, like I'm spending all this money. Like I wish someone can enjoy it with me, you know. That's the hardest part, honestly, I would say. Do people in your family or people around you, that's Floral Swimmer's question. Do people in your family or people around you think you shouldn't travel solo? How would you respond? I mean, yeah, of course. Listen, let me tell you something. People are always going to have an opinion, okay? And no one tells me directly, but like in the beginning, my family was like nervous for me, you know, traveling. Like I said, I moved to out of state alone a year ago, and obviously like, you know, they're concerned, like, oh, you know, just making sure. My family's supportive because they trust me and they know who I am, and they know like I'm wise, and you know, I've never given them really trouble in my life. So, I mean, you know, besides, I mean, okay, we're not gonna tell you guys secrets right now, but you know, besides the like little stuff that you just, you know, normal family stuff. But yeah, I mean, of course they worry, but let's say it's not bad. So I haven't had it like bad, so I don't really know. But let's say someone in your family has an opinion about you traveling solo or whatever it is. Google shadow work, okay? Shadow work is basically when you feel triggered by someone. There's usually 3 reasons why. One is because you want what they have and you don't have it. 2 is you have it inside of you already, but for some reason you're scared to show it. And I can't think of the 3rd one right now, but Google shadow work. You know, usually people that like are judgmental or are too opinionated. It's fine to be opinionated, but like be kind about it, you know. But let's talk about judgment. Usually it's because of one of those reasons, you know. So pray for them, you know, because they're probably not living their best life. And live your best life, heal, do whatever you want, go after your dreams, go after your goals, and you might inspire them, you know. So okay, that's that. Let's see what else is there. You're so awesome, just a bubble of knowledge. Thank you so much, Sana. I love you. I think I've seen these questions already. How much money to travel? So how much money? It depends. It depends what country, you know, where you're going, things of that nature. In the beginning of this video, go back and watch it. I gave tips how to save money. But honestly, like I said, between 2,000 to 5,000 usually each trip. What form of payment should you use when traveling, cash or cards? That's a good question. So I swear I'm not saying this because it's my link, but you can use any card you want. I personally use Chase Sapphire, okay? And I got a free ticket from that. When I went to Spain, Portugal, and where else did I go with that? Spain, Portugal, Morocco, I think it was. I got my ticket for free from Chase, because everything, I use my credit card and I try to pay it in full, obviously, every month. But you get reward. It's like Chase Sapphire is the best rewards. The best like reward for travel. I've realized, because I used to have American Express, but now for the past like few years I've been using Chase. And if you want, you can. There's a link in my bio. If you use my link, I think you get like 30,000 points or maybe 50,000 points. I can't really remember. So check it out. It's a link in my bio. You get 50,000 points. I get certain points. And then when you do it, you can share that link too with your family and friends, you know? So it's really nice. So yeah, I usually use credit cards. Now, some places don't take credit cards, so you have to know that in advance. And then what I usually do is I try to, if I have time, lately, honestly, I don't have time. But if I have time, I try to see who has the better like currency exchange, whether it's my bank, or the airport where I'm from, where I'm departing, or the airport in the country. You know, so it depends. Like one time I got a better currency exchange in my bank. One time I got a better currency exchange in USA for a different country. One time it was like the foreign country. So it really just depends. You know what I mean? And I usually try to not carry as much cash with me when I travel. Take your debit card. Take your credit card that you book, because most like hotels require that credit card anyways, just to like verify it's you. But yeah, I don't usually take as much cash with me, because like I said, I plan everything I'm doing. I try to pay it in advance, and then the only cash I have is for like little things I may want to buy. Like in the beginning, like, you know, I'd buy my family and like like usually my family, my nephews and nieces, my parents, my siblings, I'd buy them like little gifts. And then I collect postcards. In my previous apartment, my whole wall, it was all, I have a picture on it somewhere. If you guys want to see it, let me know, just for like inspiration. But it had like different quotes, and then like all the postcards I've been to like around it. It was really nice. So I collect postcards and I travel now. And to you guys, the older you get, the more you realize you don't need as much, you know. I rather pay money and experiences. So, okay, let me see what other question there is. Well, if I'm talking too fast, also let me know, please. Let me see what other questions I was asked. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Why is this not opening? Well, if I'm talking too fast, also let me know, please. Let me see what other questions I was asked. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Why is this not opening? I sent them to myself on Messenger. For some reason, the question's not opening. Let me see if I can read it. Wait, let's see. Okay, oh, it's because my Wi-Fi is not connected. I turned off. Okay, here we go. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Sounds like you are. Sounds like you are, which I'm very happy. I love to share the information I know, because I know like traveling can be expensive for some. And I really want you guys all to travel. It's the best. Like, do it. Don't be scared. If you're scared, message me. I'll help you get over it. You know, like when you first ride a bike, of course you're scared at first, right? Or anything new you do, you know, you're scared at first. It's normal. It's not like weird or anything. But then you get over it. It's fine. I mean, sometimes, like I said, I'm scared of the dark. Like even here, like I don't try to walk alone at night because, you know, safety first, right? So when I travel, I try to do everything during the day. Sometimes I have to take taxis. Like during, like at nighttime, if like I arrive, I try to avoid that, but sometimes you can't. And honestly, I make sure, that's one of the tips on the travel tips here, but I always make sure like every day I post or tell a family member. Like if I'm going in a taxi, I will let the taxi driver see that I'm taking a picture of him, his license, and I'm telling him, hey, I'm sending this to my family. Because I'm not trying to die, you know, or have anything bad happen to me. So I usually, like I said, I try to think positive all the time, but at the same time, you know, you have to be smart. Like, you have to be wise. Okay, let me see the question. Someone commented, Salty Nasia, in one of the posts we asked. She said, she's been doing full-time solo traveling since December 2018, and I've never looked back. See, honestly, you guys, since my journey, you know how many girls have reached out to me to tell me they've started solo traveling because of me? You know how happy that makes me? It's the best thing in the world, honestly, when you can help others. I swear. Okay, someone else said, this is Sophia_KD. Like I said, I'm just reading the comments from the post we had asked a week ago, I think. She said, I first solo traveled 10-ish years ago. It was the best and most liberating. I told you guys, the most liberating thing I ever did. If you're thinking about it, I'd say go for it. It'll change your life. I swear. Literally, that's the truth. Literally the truth. Okay. Sarah, the SXRX. Do you feel sometimes locals will con you? No, honestly, you can't think negative. Like, okay, sometimes you get scared. You think people are gonna I don't know. I don't ever think negative, to be honest. I try to, like I said, think positive and just I get so excited when I know I'm traveling. So it's all positive thoughts, you know? But like I said, for instance, I solo travel, right? And I just use my phone for pictures, by the way. And I have a tripod, but sometimes I don't really feel like getting it out, you know? So I'll ask people around. But I use my intuition too. I have good intuition also. And so far, alhamdulillah, no one's ever tried to steal my phone or anything like that. But I pay attention too, you know? You can't just, you have to be smart about it. You have to be wise. Do your research, ask in travel groups. So no, I don't think people are going to con me, to be honest. Locals are so nice. Everyone's nice. Honestly, I haven't really had much bad experiences. Where is the safest? Sarah also asks, where is the safest, most unsafe you felt? Which countries? Honestly, every country, even every state in the USA has safe and unsafe areas, you know? So, I've never really felt like one country was safer than the other. Me personally, I love going to Muslim countries because one, I can eat halal food. Oh my God. I live right now in South Carolina and there isn't much halal food. So I can eat KFC, I can eat hamburger, McDonald's, all that, good stuff, halal. So I like Turkey, for instance, Indonesia. Okay, thinking about KFC is so good, you guys. Oh my God, I love food. But yeah, I feel like I love Muslim countries. Someone commented, they said, do you get stared at because you wear a hijab? Someone else asked. I already answered that question. I don't feel like we get stared a lot, to be honest. So you guys can go back and watch the live if you want for that. But short answer, no. Someone also asked about they said they don't like to travel because of Muslim countries. Let's see, what'd she say? Salty Nisa said Indonesia. Lombok, Indonesia was her favorite country. I agree, I love Indonesia. Vietnam also. Oh my God, you guys, I was pleasantly surprised with Vietnam. Vietnam. Let me see, this girl commented. Okay. Sadivara is the username. She said, I would love to know if there are sisters here who are traveling solo and to where. You guys seen so far, there's a few. Because when talking about solo traveling as a Muslim, I have almost nobody in my surrounding who can identify with me. They wouldn't travel solo. What are the disadvantages? What are the disadvantages others experience? And what are their tips regarding solo traveling as a woman? I have a whole highlight about solo travel tips here on Muslim Girls, so check it out. If you guys have questions, let me know. For example, I don't feel comfortable enough visiting Muslim countries alone. I don't like the many questions about my private life. Also, you catch everyone's attention when they see you're alone. In other countries, people are more relaxed and anonymous. I don't know about that. Hope it helped preparing your interview. Okay. So, Good question. Good question. Good question. But honestly, my experience, like I said, I try to have like a positive mindset. So I've had one like kind of negative experience. And it was actually in LA. Surprisingly, in the USA. That's it. But honestly, the Muslim countries, like I said, I just answered her. I feel most comfortable in Muslim countries actually because like people look like me. I mean, I love diversity, but you just like when people are just general humans, like even if you identify like with someone, like they have a beautiful soul or they're kind or they're loving, you feel like, oh, we're like soul sisters, So it's nice to like feel like you can identify with someone. So yeah, honestly, I've had good experience in Muslim countries. You're right about the questions because like usually people in every country ask me, oh, you're traveling alone? If I'm in the taxi driver and I feel like, he's shady, I'm like, no, I have my family. I'm like, no, I say, I don't like to lie, even though it's like to protect myself. I don't lie, I don't like lying. So I'll say, just for safety, like I've had to do like once or twice. I'm like, because I have met friends back. I was like, no, I have friends back in the hotel, so I'm not really lying. But like, for instance, when I went to, Singapore. When I went to Singapore, the TSA person, he was like, where's your husband? I was like, no husband. I'm here alone. We're 2019. Get with it. And then he just looked at me like, okay. So, who cares, like, what people think, honestly? Especially if you don't know them, like, who cares? You're never going to see them probably again. If they ask and you don't feel comfortable, don't answer. Just ignore it. Be like, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable answering you. That's personal. There's nothing wrong with that. Just say, like, hey, that's personal. Or just, like I said, if you feel like you're for your safety, and like, for instance, like me, I've met friends at the hotel. I'm like, yeah, I have friends back at the hotel. If I feel like the taxi driver's a little shady or something. I like to hire private drivers, to be honest, and I try to get females just because I feel more comfortable. But I've had, like, when I went to Bali, someone recommended a male driver. He was awesome. He was so, so nice. He's like my Facebook friend. And you guys want to hear something funny? It's not really funny, but it's like kind of scary, actually. I almost got kidnapped once, I swear. Let me tell you guys. What country was it? What country? Oh, it was Vietnam. Okay, I went to Vietnam last year, okay? And I arrived at night. That was, I think, the only country where I've arrived at night because I tried to avoid it, but that one I couldn't avoid it. And the hotel where I stayed at, I tried to stay in Asia because Asia is so cheap, like 5-star hotels. In Europe, 3 to 4 star. The hotel was supposed to pick me up, right? So at that time, I didn't, I got currency exchange in Vietnam. I knew that they had it like right when you get out of Vietnam. I can't think of the town name right now, but it's on my highlight if you guys want. I have most of my travels on my highlight if you guys want like ideas and like what to do. So the guy's like, okay, I'll wait for you outside the currency exchange. I'm gonna, I'll wait for you outside. I said, okay. So I went and got my currency exchange and I went out. There was a guy. To me, they all look like, how do I say this? I really wasn't paying attention to how he looks like, And this guy was like, come here, like, let's go, come on. And I thought that was my driver. I didn't really always pay attention to your drivers and actually take a picture. Like I said, I usually take a picture, but I still was like, he was from the hotel. So I felt safe that it was a 5-star hotel, So I'm like, okay. And I was going to take a picture of his car, but we didn't get to his car yet. I had to get the money. It was nighttime. It was like close to midnight. And he was running. And I'm like, man, I'm thinking in my mind, like, why is this guy running? So I just was walking behind him. And oh my God, Allah loves me. I swear, alhamdulillah, I did not get kidnapped because my driver came after me. He called my name. The other driver, I don't know if he was trying to kidnap me or just trying to get money, but either way it was shady. And I thought he was my driver and he wasn't. Oh my God, I swear, I think I'm supposed to encourage you guys, but like imagine, I never think negative, like I said, but like imagine he tried to kidnap me. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know what I would have done, honestly, but I just always try to think positive and just like honestly, I feel like hijab is like my protection. You know, I've said this before. This is my protection. It's not a barrier. Especially nowadays. I know a lot of people are struggling with hijab. And some days, yeah, it's not the easiest. But honestly, put your faith and iman in Allah. Like, I'm not acting like I'm the most religious person, because honestly, I have room to grow. But I have a lot of like strong faith in Allah. And I just always believe He'll take care of me, you know? Like that day He saved me from that guy. Okay, let's see. Aya, what website do you use to book your vacations, and how do you choose your activities? Okay, so I spoke a little bit about this in the beginning, but basically, so go back and watch it. But basically, Expedia, I use Expedia a lot, Google Flights, and TripAdvisor. Have you ever gotten sick while traveling solo? I want to travel on my own, but worry about stuff like that. Floral swimmer, yes, once when I went to Bali and Thailand, and I went to Japan. It wasn't, because like I said, I only have like 15 or 18 PTO days. I can't, like every year I get 3, so I think this year I have 18. But that time I think I had 15. And last year alone I went to like 8 or 9 countries on 15 or 18 PTO days. That's it. So when I went to Bali and Thailand, I also went to Japan. And I had a layover in Japan, you know. By the way, in Japan, the nicest people, the cleanest country, I was pleasantly surprised. But they have like a free program if you have a layover in Narita. It's like called Narita Transit Program, something. It's free. They take you out. It's like volunteers. Obviously tip them, you know, just out of kindness. But you don't have to, but it's all free. But I felt so weak and so tired. Honestly, I wasn't embarrassed. I said, listen, can you get me a wheelchair? Like, I'm not feeling good. I felt really, really weak. And they even gave me a bed, like to rest. Like, I went out, I explored a little bit, but I had to leave early. And we walked there. We walked to like all the attractions. But on the way back, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a taxi. Like, I can't walk anymore. Like, literally my muscles were aching. So I took a taxi back with her. And then they were so nice. They got me a bed to like rest and relax. And they took me, actually, I don't think I got the wheelchair. They got me the wheelchair. I don't remember if I asked for it, but I had a wheelchair and they took me straight to like my, like gate and everything. Also, I have TSA pre-check and global entry. If you guys don't have that, marhaba Sapri. If you guys don't have that, make sure you get it, because it's worth it. It saves you a lot, like time in the line, and things of that nature. Honestly, it's like sometimes I'm 5 minutes in and out of the line, so it's amazing. I hope I answered you guys' questions. I think I answered everyone's questions. I'm gonna save this so you guys can go back and watch like the different websites I mentioned, because I don't want to repeat myself so people don't get annoyed if they're rewatching it. So any other questions before I leave? I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Let me know if you have any other questions. Let's see. What place, country where you felt uncomfortable? Oh, Sadavra, I think I answered that question earlier. Honestly, LA, I had a bad experience there. I didn't feel comfortable, but like the Uber guy. Okay, I gave him cash. I didn't know in LA you're not supposed to give Uber cash. Long story short, that driver basically left me. I had to call the cops and everything. I swear, this never happened to me, just in LA. But he lied and said I didn't give him money. And then the police knew I was like being honest, you could tell. And he was like, dude, do the right thing. So he ended up giving me half my money, whatever. It was better than nothing, you know. But he lied. And he pretty much took me like most of the places I wanted to anyways. But don't ever give Uber cash. Always use credit card. And I never give cash. That's the thing. Is that day though, like I went for a Tony Robbins event. I don't know if you guys know who Tony Robbins is. He's like a motivational speaker kind of thing. I'm into that stuff. And LA is also my bucket. I love California, you guys, by the way. I love California. But I wanted to explore some things in LA, so I only had a day. And I was like, okay, you know, I didn't know it was allowed in LA. I said, okay, I can give you like $100 cash. He said, he wanted $100 to take me all these places and then to my hotel. I said, okay, cool, that's fine. I'll give you $100. I gave him the cash, and I was gonna give it to him like before, like 50-50. Like usually I think I give half before, like if not him, but like in general. Because usually with Uber, I use my credit card. But with him, I said, you know, Malak, like I said, I like to think positive, to be honest. I don't really think people are bad. You know what I mean? The one time I used cash, of course. The one time. So, long story short, don't use cash. Thank you so much, Shadira. I just love your story. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anything else, you guys, that you have before I leave? I'm going to save this too. I don't know how many minutes. I think we've been on for 40 minutes. But let me know. I'm just chatting your ears off. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. If you have a question, wave or something. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Any questions? Yes? No? Okay. Well, I hope I answered all the questions. Oh, before I leave though, I want to say this quote that I really like. If you have a question, wave or something. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Any questions? Yes? No? Okay. Well, I hope I answered all the questions. Oh, before I leave though, I want to say this quote that I really like. It says, as you travel solo, being totally responsible for yourself, it's inevitable that you will discover just how capable you are. So true. Okay. And then this is another paragraph that I seen that I wanted to share with you guys. And make sure you check out my travel tips. Like I said, there's a lot of good tips, honestly. I give really genuine tips. Another quote said, solo travel isn't selfish. Those are in my travel tips album too. But, you know, I'm just reading the quote. Solo travel isn't selfish, it's self-care. It isn't boring, it's invigorating. It isn't depressing, it's empowering. It's so true, you guys. I swear, you guys have to do it at least one time, just one time. I promise you, you will love it and want to do it every single time. Of course, it's nice to travel with family and friends too, but honestly, when you travel solo, you don't have to worry about other people's schedule. Like me, for instance, why I like traveling solo too is because my trips are like, you know, like, there's a lot. So I don't want people to like, I don't want to like cause stress on people, you know? So, though I still have like a few more like top bucket places. And then after that, I kind of want to chill, take travel, like just relax kind of thing, you know? There was another quote. I thought I sent it to myself, but I didn't. But it's in my travel, it's in my travel highlights. You'll see it's very helpful. So yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to save this. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Muslim Girls Travel. I wanted to say that in the beginning and I forgot. Thank you so much for inviting me. And we'll do this again if you guys like it. And I hope you learn. If you have questions, just message me, okay? Peace and love. Bye.